And alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the self-developed YouTube channel, you beautiful people. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day wherever you are in this world. Comment below. What time is it? Where you from? Hashtag self-developed army. Let's go, baby. So let's get it going. So guys, in today's video I titled it, or believe I titled it, Stop Looking at Women. Okay? I try so hard guys to say women. I know that's how you're supposed to pronounce it, women. But I don't know, maybe it's here in the West, here in Canada, we just, the plural word I understand is women. Maybe we just call it woman. Maybe I am just dumb and I don't know how to think properly, but stop looking at women, okay? Stop looking at women. Now, there is nothing inherently wrong with looking at women, okay? We're probably going to have a beef with that word. I'm sorry. I mean, if you think about it, guys, women in essence, right, their role, I mean, a huge part of it, especially initially in the attraction phase, is to allure men, is to literally reel you in. And they know this biologically. They know this from the second they're born, right? Little girls, little children, they understand this. But especially once they start hitting, puberty, 13, 14, 15, it just gets hammered into their DNA. No one necessarily has taught them this. This is not bad. They're not wrong for wanting to be attractive or to lure men in. So please don't, don't get bitter about this, because I notice sometimes, even me too, I'll get a little frustrated because it works and you're just like, God damn it, you get mad at yourself and you think, why do they do this? Why do they have to wear ABCD, guys? Of course we can go into cultural norms and, how society has perpetuated this 100%, but you also have to understand that subliminally, guys, this is in their nature, and for good reason. They're looking for a man so they can procreate. I mean, can you imagine the flip end? If they did not care about attracting you whatsoever, our world would not move forward. We wouldn't have any children and we would just die. So there's good in this, okay? So there's nothing wrong with this allure. Now, with this said, though, we as men can take this completely out of proportion. We can abuse this. Or really, it abuses us. And this is why a huge reason relationships are completely crumbling around us. Completely, for so many reasons. This is why promiscuity is so high. This is why there's so many simps, right? Hate to use that word. This is why hookup culture is so high. This is why there's so many hoes and sluts. This is why the divorce rate is so high. Like, there's a lot of this, guys. And if you think about it, it makes sense. Why would you, logistically, why would you as a man, even think of marriage, want to be with a partner, one girl, if you are continuously triggered and allured by all these people? You must think, right? Let's say if you have a meal prep, right? You have chicken, broccoli, and rice, and you understand that objectively, this will help you move forward. It's going to give you the physique you desire. It's going to give you the fuel you need, the nutrients. But if you're passing by all these fast food restaurants every single day, you have donuts and pizza and cookies and advertisements of how this will taste so much better and this is even healthier for you, even though it's not, and all of these things, it's not easy for anyone. It's not easy for any man to stick with that chicken, broccoli, or rice, or even if you don't have that, to just stick to your path. We are constantly just taken everywhere you go. And this is why in this video I say stop looking at women completely, altogether, no cap. Just stop looking at them. Now, I need to make this clear. Does that mean self-developed is never going to look at them? No, of course not, guys. Let's be realistic. But the reason I need you to start programming this into your subconscious mind is because, like any habit, right, it will begin to form and it will begin to snowball. Meaning, let's say I'm at the gym. This is a perfect example. There are a ton of girls at my gym in particular. Why? I don't know, but there are a ton. If I continuously, because believe me, I've gone down this path, as we all have, if you are continuously looking and almost like counting every single girl around you, your mind begins to hyper-focus only on that. Meaning, and I know friends who do this, the only reason now you go to the gym are for these girls. And this is because you've created this perpetual loop in your brain for that to be the only thing you're focusing on. So what I need you to continuously or slowly do, right? Just like the NoFap video I made, if I remember, I'll link it up here. I spoke of neuroplasticity, which is essentially changing the way your brain works, very slowly through your actions, changing your emotions, your thoughts. So that's what we need to do here, meaning the next time you go to the gym, this is literally a practice I do. It sounds silly, but when you see beautiful girls around you, or right, you can just, maybe your peripheral vision, you can pick them up. I want you to practice. I'm not saying you always have to do this. I'm not saying if you look, you're wrong, or you failed. No, but I do believe there's a balance, and I want you to practice abstaining from looking. Like, do not even look. And you have to understand, I know this sounds very silly, that's what women want you to do. They receive a ton of joy and pleasure and validation through knowing they're getting attention, your attention, men's attention, right? So don't give them that fucking attention. I know this sounds so backwards and silly because in our society we've been told to pedestalize them and, I don't know, completely just fall at their feet and kiss up. And essentially what I'm saying is by you continuously looking, you're turning yourself into a simp. You're subconsciously pedestalizing them, putting them on some throne, and you actually subconsciously feel worse about yourself. This is why it's so scary. And I see guys that do this. You can tell, like, let's say there's like 5 guys, right? And a girl walks right through the middle. You can tell which guy's focused on their mission, what they're doing, or which guy is very easily influenced by the girl. And now this will turn to many things. It won't just be the girl. In the future, this will be the junk food. This will be the porn. This will be the easy way out, whatever it may be, guys. It is a practice, and this is something I literally do at the gym now. I know it sounds funny, but yeah, stop looking at them. Notice it, see the allure, and what's going to be crazy is as you stop looking, I think they can pick it up. They're going to flaunt even more. They're going to walk by you even faster, more frequently. They want that attention. They want to know that they've hooked you on that lure. Don't give it. Do not give it. And eventually what happens is in your minds, right, and I think they understand it too, they stop flaunting near you. It's actually beautiful. It's beautiful how it works. All of a sudden, you almost lose any desire or interest for them. You're kind of like, you see it for what it is. And that is very powerful as a man because now you're thinking with your logical mind. You're not just thinking with your head down there. A lot of times, guys, or I would say all times, the reason we look isn't even logical. It's completely with our base chakras. It's completely with our dick. Logistically speaking, if you're married or in a long-term relationship, or even just let's say you're single but you're focused on the gym, logistically there's no reason mid-set to turn your head. In fact, that would be detrimental, right? But it's just the lower base speaking. So if we can begin to override the lower base, the lower head, with our logical head, eventually the lower head actually has very little power, right? And I mean, you guys do this with NoFap all the time, so you can apply it with real life. Right? It's not silly though. It sounds very easy to apply it with porn or with the digital realm. But when it comes to actual tangible women, that gets completely thrown out the window and we become addicted all over again. And it's just like we're looking at our phone and we're searching up all these things. It's the same thing, guys. And why this is so important to finish it here is it changes the way you view yourself. It changes the way you view women. It changes the whole dynamic. It's not that you're belittling them or you're thinking they're bad. No, you're just seeing them for who they are. You're taking away their looks. You're taking away the allure. Take away the allure and see how they are. And a lot of times it's not nearly as good as you think. It really isn't. Right? This is why I say to you guys a lot of times stop having sex or just take a sex fast. Start seeing logistically through your logical head. If you can take out sex or take out their ass or their tits or just the way they look and see them for who they are, that's how you know it's a beautiful girl or not. I really mean this. I really mean this. Especially if you guys are getting into relationships and eventually marriage, you cannot do this vetting process with your dick. You cannot. Holy, that will fuck you up. So at the end of the day, guys, this whole channel is just helping you as men think more logically, think more of women in wifey material. Do you understand? Not just for the streets, hookup culture. And that's also why I'm against hookup culture, because you're doing the exact same thing. You're pedestalizing them just for their body. And you may think that doesn't matter. David, it's just a quick nut. No, you're creating an addiction, because now that quick nut turns into multiple quick nuts. Do you understand? Or the wanting to. You're only fucking yourself up, guys. Okay, find wifey materials. Find women who have a good soul. You enjoy the way they carry themselves. You can tell by, maybe the way they speak, the way they hold themselves, their work ethic. That is very important. Where these girls who are just there to flaunt, and you know it, you can sense it, right? It's in their DNA, so I'm not blaming them. You need to train yourself to see past that, okay? I'm not saying you can't notice it, but you gotta quit looking so much, because that's doing you a disservice. And I would argue it's doing everyone a disservice. So guys, that is it at the end of the day. I know this video was, it wasn't really all over the place. This was pretty succinct, concise to you guys. But yeah, that's it. You don't have to agree with me. I know this, or my channel is not the most orthodox channel in the self-development community. I know a lot of channels around me are all about pedestalizing women and doing anything and all things to get with them. I could not care less. I don't think you should do that. Your mission is number one. You are number one. Women are an extension of that to help that. But if you're completely castrated and thinking with this, then things aren't going to work out for you. So that is it, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. I will finish it here, guys, with the final plugs. If you guys are interested and would like to work with me on a personal level at anything of what we talked about in this video, mastering yourself as a man or improving your fitness, business, mindset, and relationships, there is always one-on-one coaching, guys. Spots are open. We have group coaching, which is the workshop. It's 4 1-hour live stream calls with myself, a small group of men, and I do it once a month. And finally, guys, we have the self-development course, which is passive. It's 3 hours long, sections all on fitness, nutrition, intermittent fasting, increasing your masculinity, finding your passions, improving your relationships, and turning those passions into an online business. That is it, guys. You can always support Edge, coupon code Hammond. This is their white cutoff tank. We have this beautiful golden sunlight now as I say this. And that's it. Thank you, guys. Have an amazing day. I love you all. Let's start to slowly think more logically. I'm not saying you cannot ever have the allure with your head down there. You will. And there's a reason for it. There's a tool. It is a tool. But if that's the only head you're thinking with, then you will be very misled. Very misled. And that will do no one any good. So let's bring it back up to here, or at least cultivate a strong balance. And that balance comes through not obsessively looking at women everywhere they go. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have an amazing day. Till then, much love. Peace.